In my mind, greatest stand-up comic of all time, Richard Pryor, hands down. The guy made it look so easy. He was a comics comic. Robin Williams used to call him the Coltrane of comedy. Pretty cool, pretty high praise. I want to tell you about how he made it look so easy. So he would go on sold-out arena shows after having a blockbuster HBO special. He'd finish up his tour, and unannounced, he'd show up at the Comedy Store, this club in LA, and he would say, "Hey, can I have 15 minutes?" And he'd get up, and he'd throw out all the stuff that he had just been doing for several months, and he would completely bomb. And then the next night he'd come back, and he'd bomb again, and the next night he'd bomb again, but maybe he got a little bit of a laugh, and he'd build on that every night, trying to build new material. And after maybe 5-6 weeks, he'd leave there ready for a 45-minute special in his next arena tour. So what can we learn about this? First, I think there's so much to learn about the courage he took to be vulnerable and get up and do that every day. The second thing is all about audience and feedback. You can think you have a great idea, but you've got to pressure test that with people, and you've got to go find that feedback. And then the third thing, which I think is so relevant for all of us, is that every year he was willing to throw it all away and start over and reinvent himself. And I think in these times, in these really uncertain times where the world's changing so quickly, the people who thrive are the people who are willing to continuously reinvent themselves.